All right. I guess we're live. I'll check here. Oh, I see us popping in here. Here we come.
All right.
All right. We go. We're live. I see us live. I'm checking out. Got the stream pulled up here. We're getting ready to rock the 30th season of RFHL. Just checking, making sure all my stats are right, my numbers are right. I've got everything here. I can see it all. We're live. Maston, how we doing?
Doing well. How about you? Well, good to be live.
Dude, glad to see you. Good to see you. It's been a long summer.
Yes,
long
it
summer.
has. Yes, it has. Are they going to pull the board up on the draft? I wasn't sure about that. I should have asked you before the podcast.
I mean, I thought that they were. I mean, luckily I got the stream up here so I can see it. I just don't know how live it's going to be. I can definitely let Peter know. I can't see the board here on our end, but I do have the chat up. So anybody who is watching the stream, make sure you comment in the stream, talk to us. That's what we're here for. That's why we're live tonight. I'm on it. I want to interact. This is the most different stream. I think we did the stream live on Twitch last year, but I feel like all streams that we've done prior to this, I feel like the draft's always kind of been a live thing, but it's never been like interactive. You know,
true.
We have the ability to be interactive. I've got it pulled up here. I've got the stream right here in front of me. So I'm looking for any questions, anything you guys want to talk about. Throw your predictions out there. And we're here. We've got what is known as the R squared duo running this draft show tonight.
That is right. That is right. And this is a really cool season with the RFHL, the 30th anniversary. And one of the things that we used to do back at the Y is have the goalies draft, or we have to have the top 8 scorers from the previous season draft. And the cool thing about how we do it now is ever since we went to Derek Katora, we've really done where the goalies draft round is not just 1 through 8 goalies go and then we do a wraparound. We've had a draft. We've added in previous drafts the draft round loss for each goalie. So I think that's a big factor today, and I think that's really something that's helped us balance out the teams since we've come back from COVID.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually talking with somebody about that, and it made me kind of excited to see how this draft is going to go. Because there not being a draft loss or a round loss, essentially, or I'm misspeaking on this one, with the goalies not being just taking at will and causing panic and havoc, you actually have people knowing where the goalies are going to go. So with that being said, I don't know if anybody's thrown their predictions out there or anything else yet, but the first overall pick has been gone. Matt McCarchuk with his team Limp Biscuits has taken John Foes. It's the first overall pick.
2 years in a row.
RFHL season.
All right. 2 years in a row, and John is steady back there, and that's going to be a heck of a combination. I don't think Matt has ever had Foes as a player on his team, so that's an interesting start to the draft. There was a few rookies that were out there that we weren't sure that may or may not go early, but definitely a good pick to have John Foes go.
Yeah, and I mean, it's one thing he told me. He was definitely targeting Foes. He's never been able to play with Foes. He's only been shot at by Foes, so he kind of wanted to mix it up this year. The second pick of the first round has been taken. We are flying right now. This is going quick. Mark Ziegler with his team Phoenix Coyotes has taken Paul Paradine as the second overall pick of this year's draft.
Okay, yeah, it's good to see Paul back at the forefront of the draft right there. He must have a good shot, and you know he does, because Mark, it's going to be funny. Today's going to be the day of the goalies don't want to face this guy's shots, so I'm going to take him, But obviously, Paul's been here before the first overall, one of the longest tenured RFHLers, and the legend of Air Canada.
Wow, these picks will not slow down, Rob. We've got the third pick of the first round taken, and it's our first rookie gone off the board, as a lot of people kind of assumed and talked. There was rumor mills going And I think 2.0 fed off the rumor mills. 2.0 with his team, the Master Vaders, has taken Stephen Leduc off the board.
And Rob, you talked a little bit about him before we got on the air here. It's somebody you used to go to school with, it sounds like, back in the day. And talk to us a little bit about him.
So I've definitely played with foes. I've seen Leduc play. I've played with Leduc. And I mean, just the only scouting report I'm going to put out there is he went third overall in his first year in the RFHL. I mean, just put it out there. Yeah. Nobody knows who this guy is, and he's the third pick. So yeah. I'm not going to put too much out there. I don't want to set too much of an expectation on his shoulders, but you guys will live and learn on that one. Trust me.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a surprise guy who's on the board this late. I don't think he's ever been out on the board this late. And I think we all know who we're talking about, but I'm not going to give it away because I don't want to say his name if he's not drafted here.
Well, the fourth pick has been taken. We got Brett with his team, A Tribe Called Quest, taking Mike Furlano with the fourth overall pick.
Okay, good. I mean, Mike's one of those just guys who just doesn't quit. He as talented as he is, I think he's one of those guys that just has a full motor, doesn't stop, and the talent that he has is why he's always a top 2 or 3 or 4 pick in the RFHL.
This draft is getting crazy. This draft's getting crazy already. I'm telling you. 30th season, it's just things I wouldn't have expected to see. 5th overall pick, Brandon with his team, Good Morning Vietnam, has taken Mr. Sweetmeat, Commish himself, as the 5th overall pick.
Oh wow, good for and Sweet. Obviously the same as Mike, and good things to say about Sweet is how he's taken over this league and made it more organized over the years and just kind of evolved it. And the way he plays hockey is kind of the same thing. He's just gotten better. He makes smart plays that I know that he talks to his team about before, as far as like his organizational, getting his teammates involved. He's just one of the best. So that kind of translates to the way he plays hockey as well.
Well, let's try and see if we can play some catch up here as the first round is coming to a close with the 6th overall pick, Kazmark with his team Manitoba Moose. And I think this is who you were referencing, Rob. Brad Haynes going in the 6th pick overall.
That's going to be a chip on his shoulder right there if I know Brad right.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly, it's just not what I expected to see.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as good as Sweet and Furlano are, Brad just got those silky smooth hands, and he can score from anywhere. And I played with him last year, and he had 2 or 3 games where he just won the game by himself at the end. No disrespect to anybody else, but he just took over and got us some wins at the end. So I think he's going to have some points to prove this year with these goalies.
All right. We got the 7th overall pick already completed. Alex Packard with his team, the Iron Thrones, has taken Frankie Golajuch as his pick for the first round pick. Now, as a goalie, that's not a shock. But Frankie is his first season in the RFHL on the floor, and Alex said, I'm rolling the dice and putting my faith in Frankie. I'm not saying I'm shocked, but I'm shocked.
Yeah, me too, a little bit. Now, Frankie had, like you said, he has gone as the first overall pick as a goalie one year. Actually, it was during COVID. He was the first overall pick. One of the best to do it as far as goalies. I haven't seen him play too much, so I think not being there on the floor tonight at the draft or at the rookie game, I wasn't able to see anything. So maybe Frankie lit him up during the rookie game, and good for Alex getting his guy.
Well, moving into the final pick of the first round, and no shocker, as a veteran in the league, Ron Conco with his team Sarnia Sting has taken Dan Huck as his first pick of the first round.
It's funny because Dan has always said, this is where I want to go. This is where I want to go towards the end. And he's finally getting his wish. So if he's a captain again, he might argue, I'm a second round pick. So good stuff right there. And Rob, I think I lost you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, we're good. We're good. Okay. We are in the second round. We are here for the second round, Maston, and we are good. We are rolling live, and these picks are flying. We can't keep up. I feel like these captains were sitting on their notes and just ready to roll with these picks because they just will not slow down right now.
They know what
and we got the first pick of the second round. Conco has taken huge jump from his average. Paul Fridman going in the second round.
All right. It's a good pick, and I know why Conco picked him. I mean, one of the best defensive stalwarts in the league. He just shuts down the other team's player, and with Conco coming back from that injury, I know he's going to want to not see as many shots as he has in the past. So Paul is definitely a good pick right here in the second round. Don't blame him.
This second round, we're going to have to speed shoot these because the second round is flying because there's 4 goalies in the second round with round locked.
That's true.
So this second round is just going to zip by, and it already is. The second round is already over. Alex Packard, with his second round pick, has taken Jake Shelton.
Okay.
Kazmark lost his pick. Brandon Stisson, with his second round pick, has taken Lasagna. His team's looking deadly already. Good morning, Vietnam. You got Sweet and Lasagna. I'm kind of getting nervous here.
Yeah, I expected to see Lasagna go right in this area. So I know Brandon and Sweet are going to be happy to have Lasagna on the team. Just another one of those guys that is everywhere at once, all the time. And he can definitely has a great shot as well. So good to see Steve picked right here.
Before we go too much further, I mean, we're halfway through the second round with what we're going over here. Anybody who's in the chat right now watching the stream, I know you're waiting for yourself to be picked. Any shockers for you? Put it in the chat. I want to know what's the biggest shocker for you in the first round. Who jumped out to you that you didn't expect to go in the first round, didn't expect to go when they went? Let me hear it. But anyways, moving on, we got Brett losing his draft spot in the second round. Yep. 2.0 with his second round pick is taking Steven Foes, another rookie off the board. I don't know this guy.
I believe he played ice hockey with us, but we came really close right there, Rob. I don't even see how close we came to having 2 Foes on the same team with Matt McCarchuk. He would have been saying, how many Foes do we have on this ship? But looks like 2.0 made a good pick, and he's going with 2 rookies. Obviously very good hockey players. And the funny thing about John Foes is I played with him his first year at Derek Katora, and he was a second round pick. So maybe someday we'll be seeing Steve go in the first round.
Well, that's going to wrap up our second round because Mark and Matt also sacrifice and lose their second round pick with that's their round loss. And going right into the third round, Matt McCarchuk with Limp Bizkits has taken George Kuhn off the board.
Yeah, George last year went in the 4th round, and I couldn't believe he was still there when I went, and he deserves to be as high on the board as he is. He's a great hockey player, a lot of grit. Just make those plays that you want from your team, hustle plays, and just somebody with a calming presence out there, doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, and just a great hockey player all around.
Well, we got a comment here in the chat here from Steve. I don't know if Steve is Mr. Leduc himself watching his draft, but his only surprise is that he thinks Brad and Leduc kind of getting flip-flopped was a shocker, which, I mean, no offense to if this is the Leduc watching, but yeah, I mean, that is a shock to see Brad going as the 6th pick in the first round, where as far as I've been in the season, my 7 seasons here, I don't think I've seen Brad go higher than the 3rd, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, I think even his first 2 seasons, I believe he was 1 or 2, but I might be wrong on that. We'll have to check with the RFHL historians, Jeremy Beaumay.
Well, I got some clarification. We've got Steve is Mr. Noobs watching.
Okay.
So thank you for being involved here, Newberry. And the 3rd round pick for Mark is Kyle Antilla.
Okay.
He's putting together a nice powerhouse team there.
Yeah, and I played on the first team with Kyle back in our Game of Thrones. It was our first year. Kyle's just somebody who's got a great shot from anywhere, a lot of hustle plays, and everybody knows that let's go as soon as they hear it. And I believe, Rob, we have a birthday boy as well. I think today is his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Well, 2.0 loses his 3rd round pick and we move on to Brett with his third round pick, fourth pick of the round. He takes Dr. K off the board.
Wow.
This team is already looking like Fukushima all over again. We got Furlano, Dr. K. It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mike Furlano and Dr. K playing together for 2 years in a row. That's a lot of grit on the floor right there. And Brett, now he was not on that team, if I recall. No, he was not. But he must have played against them enough to know that he doesn't want to do it again.
Exactly. Well, his third round is zipping on us again. Brandon taking his third round pick with Dave King. He's got a very well-rounded team here. Lots of speed, lots of hockey IQ here with Sweet, Lasagna, and King.
Yep.
And Paz moving in with his third round pick with Sean Petrie with his second season in the RFHL. How do you feel about Sean jumping up here in the third round pick?
I honestly saw him going earlier. I mean, he had a great year last year. He now knows the floor. He knows the league. Really good dude when you talk to him off the floor. So I'm not surprised at all with his playing with on the long floors in Buffalo. But very good pick right here by Kazmark.
Righteous. Well, in the Packers taking his third round pick with the grand old veteran Bill Smith.
There he is.
We knew Bill wasn't making it to the fourth round.
No, definitely not. And I think it was you and Sweet had talked about it before, but some of these guys with all the goalies going in the second round, we're going to have some guys going in the third round that are traditional second rounders. So good to see Bill Smith on Alex's team. The ultimate teammate, somebody who's been doing this, I believe, longer than I have. At the RFHL, he's been here. He used to just play the spring seasons, but now with his coaching and some of that, he got some time off where he's able to play in the fall now too. So we get to have Bill all year round.
Solid. Well, to end the third round, Conco also loses his draft spot. So that moves us right into the fourth round, and we're almost caught up here, Masson. We're almost caught up.
Yeah,
I feel like we're running behind here, but we're doing the best we can here.
Yep.
With the beginning of the fourth round, Conco is taking Cody Alves off the board.
Wow, I finally got one right. It went right to where I thought he would go. Here he is. I don't get too many things right with the way these drafts go, and so many different factors. Not having seen the rookie game, but man, the set of mitts on Cody is unbelievable. The guy is just so fast and can go right around you. Definitely a great pick to start off this fourth round.
Well, in the fourth round, Alex loses his draft spot, moving right on to Kazmark and the Manitoba Moose, taking the defensive player of the year last year. Or was he defensive player of the year or had the most blocks? John Haran.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I thought John's another one who had going a little bit earlier. Wow, good for him. Yeah, he's Kazmark's got a good team right here.
Yes.
With what he's done so far, a lot of good defense, and then you got Mr. Sniper Brad Haynes, feeding the puck. So, and I think John and Brad have played together in the past. So, good to see that combo back.
Moving along to Brandon Sisson here, he's taking Matt Seidor along with his team. This team, I swear to God, it's turning into a super group.
Yeah. And looks like Matt just is one of those guys who doesn't have an off switch, and he's so big, you want him to have an off switch because of his physical play. But love having him as a teammate. He's the guy who has your back at every turn, and just love playing with Matt. He's one of the league's, not that we have any bad guys in this league, but just one of those guys who's good to talk to and a great hockey player.
Well, I mean, now that we've finally caught ourselves up here, Newberry made a nice comment saying that Petrie and Brad is a nice little combination here.
Yeah.
What do you got? What do you got for me on that one?
Yeah, and I believe they played together in the I want to call it. I keep saying the Buffalo League, but they've seen each other before, and they may have a good connection right there on the larger floor. So seeing them play together in the RFHL and the gym size, I think that's something that's going to be very much something we got to keep an eye on. Both of them have good shots from the point. So Brad, taking away 2 men down low and then passing it off to Sean is going to be not good for some of the other goalies. You're going to be taking some shots from all over when you play that team, with Kazmark's team.
There's a very true notation on that one. But moving right along, we've got Brett snagging his 4th round pick with Jesse Trado. What a deadly pick for that.
Absolutely. Another guy with some of the sickest moves we've ever seen in the RFHL. And he's a leader. He's a leader on the floor. I've got some really good tidbits from him. Usually don't shoot it at my face. It's probably the best one that he's given me. I still feel bad for one time I got him a while back when I hit him in the face, but he's a good dude. Just one of the best shooters. One of the best passers in the RFHL with Ramsey not being in the league. I'd say Jesse's one of the better passers in the league, and he's going to be able to set up Dr. Kate and Furlano. Wow, that's going to be a hell of a combo right there, Rob.
You know, you just made a comment. You mentioned Ramsey, and I didn't even notice that one when I was talking with 2.0 on the podcast last week. That I didn't even notice that Ramsey's not playing this season. That's kind of a shocker for me. And just do me a favor, why don't you let me hear a little bit about your thoughts on the roster so far this season. Are there any standout names that kind of jump off the board to you? Anything you're kind of excited to see?
Somebody who hasn't played before, as long as I've played in the RFHL, Ramsey's been a part of it. So this is one of the years that shocked me. I'm trying to think of some of the other guys. A lot of guys who have moved away. Obviously, we know it's been a while since Zach Davis has played. I don't know if you've ever played with Zach, but he's one of the best, just effortless goal scoring. And he's cousins with Jake and Alex. So I'm glad Alex gets to play with Jake now. I'm not sure if he's ever got to play with his cousin Zach, but always loved having him. And then Joe Gantz, another one who used to come up from Buffalo with Jesse. He hasn't played in about 2 to 3 seasons either. So some top picks missing from the rigmarole this year.
Thanks for that. I mean, I think it's interesting to see. I mean, obviously, there's people that sign up in the spring. There's people that sign up in the fall. There's people all over the place, and it's really interesting to see how they're all lining up this year and who didn't sign up and how it's going to affect this crazy draft that we're already seeing. And speaking of craziness, I think 2.0 has just kind of gone off the wagon a little bit.
Did he take another rookie?
He took another rookie off the board. Chris Galante. Apologize if I butchered that. 2.0 has just said, you know what, I'm just gonna roll the dice and I'm gonna see what I can do, what I can make up with this season. I think everyone should just let him take the rest of the rookies and just make this season just kind of look the most interesting I've ever seen. It'd be wild.
2.0 in the rookies. And this is my biggest thing right here, Rob. Are they going to be able to keep up with the group chat? That's one of 2.0's things is getting together with the group chat and so forth. So he's got to show them the old group chat.
Yeah. Speaking of misses that we were having from this season, just people not playing this year, Noobs put a good comment in here saying that Ramsey and Reddit are definitely the 2 big surprise misses.
Reddit was the one. Yeah.
It's another one I honestly didn't even notice when I looked at the blur of names. I didn't realize Reddit, who I feel like I've played with Reddit or seen Reddit play every season since I've been here.
Yeah, I think he's been here since, like you said, Derek at Forest, since we started playing there. Reddit's always been one of those guys that goes at the end of the first round, and yeah, that stinks not to have him this year, but I'm sure he'll be back next year or soon.
Well, we got the picks keep moving. Mark Seeger with his 4th round pick is taking a rookie off the board, Brendan Silic. Don't really know too much about him. Welcome to the RFHL. Hopefully you can keep up with Paul and Kyle. Those are two wild players that are going to keep you moving.
Yep. So, and I know Paul and Kyle have played together, and they really complement each other well because Paul is kind of the guy that stays back. So he needs guys that can kind of, do the forward job and take some of Paul's blasts from the point and put them in the goal. So I think Kyle and Paul will complement each other well. And like you said, we don't know too much about Brendan, but obviously going in the 4th round, he must have represented well. That rookie game must have been pretty close. It must have been pretty crazy.
I was going to say that rookie game must have been wild because these rookies are just flying. I think we only have one rookie left. And we're about to go into the 5th round, which, speaking of, with the final pick of the 4th round, Makarchuk takes Newberry off the board. That's a great defensive hound that he's just putting into this team. That's honestly, you got between Kuhn and Foes, it's just a wonderful team he's putting together. So before we go into the 5th round, Masson, what do you think so far of the first 4 rounds? Craziness, things that jump out to you? Let me hear it.
Yeah, Brett's team right now with Furlano and Dr. K and Jesse. Wow, that's a lot of good veteran RFHL talent. I really wish I could give you a good synopsis of this 2.0 team, but 2.0 is a very good hockey mind, so he knows what he's doing taking these 3 rookies. He didn't get quite the all-rookie team he was looking for, but I know that 2.0 knows the talent in the RFHL, and that'll be very interesting to see how he rounds this team off.
I mean, I know he was definitely shooting for the rookie. And honestly, the conversation I had with him on and off the podcast, I did not even think he was like his eyes were targeted rookie. So I think that rookie game must have like swayed a lot of craziness. So I'm definitely excited to see where the rest of these picks are going to lie here. But I mean, as far as these teams go right now, it's almost fair to say that there's a weird, awkward balance between all of the teams.
Yeah, there really is.
Every team is deadly, and I think that's kind of what we expected with the goalies, knowing where the goalies were going to be drafted. They had the ability to choose what they want in front of them, versus every year the goalies just get picked and they have to deal with whatever was put together. This year they know what they want in front of them, what defensive pairs, what offensive pairs. So I think they're definitely putting together their super teams per se.
Yeah, and like I said at the beginning of the podcast, it used to be goalie 1, goalie 2, goalie 3, with goalies kind of being, some have more experience than others, some take up more of the net than others, different styles, like you said. It's a really cool thing we have going here. I wish would have done this before at Derek Couture. I think this is a really good year. Representing our 30th year, I think Sweet knew what he was doing, as he normally does, of getting these guys to be the captains.
Heck yeah. Well, we started our 5th round, and Makarchuk has taken yours truly, Rob Anders, off the board. The Mayor's riding side with the Noobs, George, and Foes. It's been a match that's been trying to be made in heaven for a few seasons. So
I think I took him. I think I took Matt one year when I was at the airport. And second pick. He was my second pick, and then I think I talked to you guys a few. He's like, "Oh, you took my guy." I'm like, "Oh man, I didn't even know."
you know what? I would think I was in the moment. I was like, "Damn it, that's what I wanted. I wanted Matt. I wanted a nice season to play with Matt, especially because of the theme, everything just lined up, and I had a vision of how I wanted the season, the draft to go. But overall, I have to shake your hand and say thank you, because you gave me Kazmark, and Kazmark led me to a championship. So. All in all, it all worked out.
Good. Yeah, and that's a good thing about the RFHL. We always talk about that. Everybody's played with each other. Everybody's played against each other. So it creates like a longer list of friends and very few enemies in this league. Everybody knows each other and what they're trying to do. So
exactly. So moving along, we got Mark going with his 5th round pick, taking the knowledgeable and rounded veteran Brian D'Angelo. Great pick for Mark there.
Yep. And Brian. He had a great year last year with 2.0 in Sweet's team. He had some really good shots where they set him up well. One of the pinpoint shooters of this league, and a hell of a graphic designer with Bill Smith creating this year's RFHL logo, if I might add.
Exactly. I mean, and I believe you just said he collabed with Bill Smith. I was going to say, it's just a great logo. I can't get enough of it. And every time I kind of talk to people about it, I'm like, I'm excited. It's a cool logo. I'm excited to wear a jersey and get to wear red. So I'm stoked about it.
I'd like to imagine Bill and Brian D'Angelo just putting together like a puzzle. Trying to figure out which logos go where and so forth. But man, did they knock it out of the park.
Should have him design like my next tattoo or something.
There you go.
Moving on to the rookie team, 2.0 and the Master Vaders has decided to take Fish and Chips, John Gilsonen, with his 5th round pick. Great, solid pick. Great defenseman to have in front of him.
Always a great pick, Gilsonen. He's just that guy, brings the toughness on the floor. Nobody wants to go into a corner with him. And he's got one of the great point shots of the RFHL, and he can sneak it by you. Don't look at his height and his girth, and he's just one of those guys that can get down low too. So a great pick, and good to see John on 2.0's team again.
Brett with his 5th round pick. Tribe Called Quest is taking Andrew Keller off the board, trying to focus a little bit more on the defensive side of this team now.
Absolutely. And Andrew is somebody I know well. I brought him into the RFHL, and he played RFHL ice with us, so that's how I kind of got him dipped his toe in the water, so to say. And Andrew is a defensive stalwart. He's just somebody who can take the other team's best guy and take him right out of the game. This last year I played with him. It was his first year playing in the RFHL, and I think by the end of the year he really took to it and scored some goals as well. So it's really good to see Andrew getting picked, I think almost identical to where he was picked last year, and he's on a great team with Brett behind. I know he's played with Brett on the ice, and Brett's putting together a good team as well here, Rob.
He really is. And speaking of good teams, Brandon for his 5th pick has taken Matt Whitmire.
Yep.
He's got double Matts on his team, but he's got 5 great players on his team. It's just dynamic. And I mean, you got somebody like with a leader like Shane or Sweet that's just gonna kind of really round out these players so well in the way that he plays. Yep. And it's gonna be scary to watch, to be honest, and scary to play against.
Yeah, and I've known Matt longer. Out of anybody in this league, I've known Matt the longest. We used to work at Wegmans together way back in the 90s, the late 1900s, as my kids say. And he's a heck of a hockey player, and he's one of those guys that, he's my age, but just so much quicker than me. And he really is a good forward checker and really somebody who will score some really nice goals all over the court for you.
Awesome. Well, we're starting to get buried here again in the draft. The Kazmark with his 5th round pick has taken Bob Haynes. He's got the Bob and Brad combo going on this season. Gotta love when the father-son combo lines up. It's not something I like playing against, but good for them.
Yeah, and I know that's easier for their ride schedule as well. But Bob is more than that. Obviously, he put together the Buffalo hockey team with some of the guys from the RFHL he's taken pieces of, and Bob's been playing for a long time. Just a master strategist with this league. He really knows what he's doing. Years of hockey experience, and if you leave him out front, he's going to bury it on you. And good to see Bob going in the 5th round there.
Well, Packard with his 5th round is taking the other half of our squared, Maston, going in the 5th round with Packard.
All right.
Again, playing with Packard. Didn't you play with Packard again in this?
Yes, this is my 3rd year in a row, so it's good. It's good that I picked him and he picked me. So very happy to be on the team with Packard and Frankie and Jake. It's been a while since I played with Jake. Played with Bill a couple seasons ago. So it's the longer you play in this league, the better you get to play with everybody a couple years later again. So I'm very happy to be on this team. That's great.
Oh yeah. And then for the last pick of the 5th round, Conco is taking Chatterton off the board here.
Right. Yeah, and John's one of the commissioners of the RFH. Hey, look at that. He's on the same team as Dan Hook, who was a commissioner as well. So we'll call this team former commissioner, Dan and John. John has really solid defenseman. He was known for that back in the day, and really knows how to get the puck in the goal as well. So, and his physical presence out front. So definitely good to see John getting taken here.
And then moving on to the 6th round, Maston, do you care to try to explain the Kenton Conco situation here? Yeah.
So Conco is going through it right now with everybody saw the injury last year. It's his 2nd one. So what we did is if Conco is unable to go for whatever reason, injury-wise or personal life-wise, Kenton is going to be the goalie for that team, and Conco will be sitting out, unfortunately. He did tell us that, and I don't know if this is still true, but he would not be on the floor. So it'll be a team of 5 players, and then Kenton if Conco is unable to give it a go. But yes, Kenton is the 6th round pick for Conco's team.
Which moves us on to the next 6th round pick. Packard is taking Fridman. Another Fridman is off the board. Right. Glenn Fridman.
Yes. And I think Glenn could have easily been taken in my spot there in the 5th round. And he's definitely somebody everybody talks about his outdoor play, but I think he had a fantastic year last year with Dan Hook and Sean Petrie's team. So good to see him out there. I think this is going to be the same kind of team where we need him. We need him. So good to have him as a teammate again.
Moving on down the line, the 6th round pick for Kazmark and the Manitoba Moose is Shane Humphreys. Good pick there for Kaz. I know Kaz enjoys playing with Shane there, so not a shocker to see him land there.
Yeah, and they're best buddies, so they always show up to the and I know they ride together from far away in Canandaigua, I believe, and they're good buddies. And I wonder if they've ever played together. Where I don't think they have. I'll have to ask Kazmark soon, but with Kazmark in goal and Shane on the other end, putting a body in front of the goalie. It's going to be a really good combo, and he's got the other guys on his team are pretty darn good as well.
Well, the 6th round pick, Brandon, has to sacrifice his round loss since the last goalie to lose their round loss. So the rest of the picks are wildfire, except for obviously the 7th round is kind of a draft pick there. But we're going to go right along to Brett with his 6th round pick, taking Matt Haruski for his 6th round pick, kind of rounding out that team even more.
Yeah, Westgate Matt making an appearance in the 6th round, which is great. I think he had, he was another rookie last year. It took him a little bit to get used to the gym because we'd always played outdoor, spread out. And I think Matt really took to the RFHL and is a great scorer. I think he had one game where he scored like 3 or 4 goals and just kind of carried his team. So he's one of those guys that can take over, and good to see Matt playing on a team with Brett. Brett's obviously being the goalie he is, can kind of direct Matt and show him the indoor game and build on last season.
Bob Hartman came in the chat room here with a good tidbit fact. The Sarnia Sting is starting to look like one of the most veteran teams out here. We've got Dan, John, and Conco, all first season players.
True.
Kenton being a season 3 player.
Yeah.
That means that they're a 30th. They are a true 30th season team.
Yeah.
I feel like Conco might have had that in his head when putting this team together.
Yeah, he may have. I don't know if he thought I don't know if he knew that Dan Hook would go to the end of the 1st round. Always surprised to see Dan go that late. Actually, when I say always, I've never seen it before. So Dan's usually a top 4 or 5 pick. So Conco's got to be on cloud 9 with this team that he's put together so far.
Well, moving along to the 6th round pick for 2.0 here. He's gunning for a championship because he's trying to take the one who's going for a 4-peat. Mr. Shane Reisinger going with 2.0 in the masturbation.
Oh, yeah. 2.0 is so funny. I love it. And he knows that Shane is going for the 4-peat. He knows. And he's put together a good team, let's say, for Shane to go for the 4-peat. And great job by 2.0 there.
All right, and then the 6th round pick, Mark is taking Mike Curry, and Matt McCarchuk is rounding off the 6th round with John Blotzer. Nice. 7th round pick has kind of already been picked out already, but Messi, you kind of want to explain how that 7th round usually works in the draft?
Yes, so this is a true snake draft where it goes back and forth 3 different times. So for the 7th round, the 8 remaining RFHL players will be the 8 captains will be kind of thrown into a hat, and then they get to make a pick based out of a hat, and whoever gets it gets the pick first out of these 8 remaining names.
Well, the way it went down here is I'm just going to kind of rip through this 8th round real quick. Okay. Matt McCarchuk in the Limp Biscuits has taken the Bob Hartman. Welcome back, Bob. Glad to see you back here, and now I get to be on the floor with you. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Mark Ziegler is taking Dan Thiesing with the Phoenix Coyotes. 2.0 in the Master Vaders is taking Cannonball Kurt Brownell.
Nice.
Brett and the Tribe Called Quest is taking Ellen Fridman to complete that team. Brandon Sisson in Good Morning Vietnam taking K-Flow, rocking out the 8th pick here. Steve Kazmark taking Dave Foes. Alex Packard taking rookie Austin Rayom, and Austin jumping in the chat here saying, "Mr. Irrelevant, book my vacation, baby." There we go. Only place to go up. I love the optimism there, and that's the way to be. Welcome to the RFHL, Austin. I think you're going to do great with
absolutely.
a great team. You got veterans, Maston and Bill Smith, and I mean that team's a runner team. Frankie, Jake, Glenn. That is a fast-paced team. So welcome to the RFHL. And Kako rounding out the end of the draft with Jeremy Bomer.
Hey, another RFHL original right there.
Look at that. That is the true 30th team right there.
They do this.
What a way to do.
How does this come together, Rob?
That's just the fate of the RFHL. I think it was just a weird destiny that was just set to happen.
Yeah, that's funny. They all just end up together, and Cody's like, "Hey guys," and Paul too, because Paul's been here a while. It seems like he's been here forever, but yeah, what a good team Conco put together, and wow. So like you said, Kenton's been third year. Everybody else, I think, was in the first inaugural season of the RFHL. So wow, great stuff right there.
What a true ode to the RFHL there. Absolutely. Well, let's kind of, we're not going to talk too much longer, but let's just kind of do a quick chat about these teams. And I see we still got about 20 people lingering around in the stream watching the draft. And if you're still hanging out, pop your predictions. What team do you think jumps out to you? What picks jump out to you? What's the team that's like, oh boy, this is the team I don't want to play against? I want to hear about it in the chat so we can kind of talk on it. But I think I'm just going to jump right out and say it. I think Brett's got a really good team.
Yeah.
If I had to just throw a possible championship contender team, I think I'm going with Brett's team right now.
Yep.
I mean, Furlano and Dr. K were deadly on Fukushima last year.
Yep.
I know sometimes there was a little bit of a combination of kind of boiling blood and just kind of getting heated pretty quickly. But I mean, I feel like that team is just so well-rounded with the hands of Trado and Keller's great hockey knowledge. And I mean, you got Keller and Hersky who both know when to play back and when to push up. And I think just mixing that in, just rounding it out with Ellen, who's only gotten better every season she's played. This is probably her final season as an 8th round pick, or 7th round pick. So I mean, it's definitely, in my opinion, that's a potential championship contender.
Yeah, definitely. And I really like, 2.0 is the wild card, but I can't even call it a wild card because he knows his hockey, he knows his scouting, and I really feel this team with 3 rookies could be a fantastic team. And you got Gilson and Shane and Kurt is going to show him some things back there. This has been the first time since, as far as I know, that Kurt's been in the 7th round. So next time he's captain, he's going to be angling for that 6th round pick, I think, Rob.
That's probably where his round loss might not.
He's already strategizing for next time he's captain.
Look at that guy. Give him a couple more seasons. That's probably his plan here.
Exactly.
K-Flo dropping in the chat. 7th round pick for me. Overdraft by far biggest reach.
Okay. And one thing with K-Flo, and I'm wondering if Brandon knew this, but Sweet and K-Flo, childhood friends, they've played together for a long time, and they really have this unspoken telepathy where they know where the other is going to be. So I think that's kind of one of those situations we have to watch when you're playing against Brandon's team is, hey, where's Sweet? Hey, where's K-Flo? And knowing where they are on the floor at all times.
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of touched on it briefly, but I mean, this is the way I've seen Sweet play, and I know what he likes to do. If he's either controlling it from the defensive end and moving forward, he's going to be able to play that off of Sidor and Lasagna very well. But then, I mean, on the opposite side, if Sweet's on the offensive end of the floor, if K-Flo's out there, then you got to be really even more concerned. Who's where and what, and you got to try and keep up with Sweet running side to side and doing his weird lanky body thing where he's bouncing all over the place. You can't really keep up with him. So, I mean, deadly combos. I mean, if you really think about it, there's a 1-2 hit on almost every team here. I mean, you got K-Flo and Sweet is a great combo. The Haynes duo. It's just constant combinations of players who I just think are going to feed off of each other really well. Kyle Antill and Paul Paradigm. Paradigm ripping them off the freeze with Kyle running around like a frantic animal, cleaning up the shots. You know,
and that Mark behind the pipes. You know, you don't have to worry about anything. He's always there. So.
And Mark is very smart too with his hockey knowledge as a goalie. Like he's very quick to be. I know sometimes there's been goalies who get the freeze and kind of just hold it for a second or are kind of slow to move. And I feel like Mark reads the play. If he knows Paul's going to have a clear lane, he's going to get that puck to Paul quick. So you're going to have to keep an eye out for those quick shots.
And Rob, don't sell your team short either. That Fosse, I mean, look at this team. I mean, you, Fosse, George, Newberry, Blotzer on the offense and Bob in the defense for your 6th and 7th round picks. I mean, that's a good combo right there. Bob, if Conco hadn't picked Jeremy in the set, Bob's right there too. He's been in the RFHL for a while, and we should both thank him because he's been the original media guy for the RFHL. He's really the one who kind of did all this, write-ups and the videos and stuff like that. So definitely a good teammate to have. Bob's a great defensive player, and I think you'll enjoy playing with him.
Yeah, with Bob dropping in the chat, I'm seeing red, and I love it. That's what we're gonna do first week. Whoever we got, it's just gonna be red. We're gonna bleed red everywhere.
Is that red jersey going up at the bar? That's what I want to know. right over the feet of the RFHL every year, or every Wednesday at the bar there. So.
Well, Masson, do you have any final thoughts on this draft? Anything you want to throw in here?
Yeah, I definitely look forward to over-analyzing it when we get off the air here. I'm sure we'll have a lot of good comments. Throw them in the Facebook chat as far as what you think of your team, what you think of the all-rookie team. You got Furlano playing with Dr. K again, Brad playing with his father again. Happy to play on Alex's team again. It's been my 3rd year in a row. The wise wisdom of Bill Smith is the 3rd round, and Jake. It's been a while since I played with Jake, but he's just kind of rounded into somebody who just has gotten so good since I last played with him. He kind of took over a couple of championship games that I've seen since I last played with him. So looking forward to getting back on the floor with him. And then, what better way to end this podcast than talking about the 30th anniversary team here. Dan Hook, John Chatterton, Kenton, Jeremy, being led by RFHL goalie Ryan Conco, and Paul and Cody just taking it all in, being part of the 30th anniversary of the RFHL. I don't think you could write it any better as far as that team.
Now, with that comment being said, if somehow Conco's team pulls out the championship and they win, I feel like all I'm going to be considering is somehow the RFHL is rigged.
Yeah, exactly.
The script writers are writing.
The anniversary team took it. How did that happen?
For anybody also watching right now, I think we'll probably have to wrap this up here in a second, Mass. And I cooked dinner before I hopped on here, and I must not have washed my hands well enough. I got a little poblano pepper in my eye.
Oh boy,
this is not feeling real good. I mean, Don't get me wrong. I'm real emotional about the fact that I was drafted to a wonderful team with a great captain. The playlist every week is going to be absolutely fire.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I'm definitely my eyes are on fire.
Oh boy, I can tell your right eyes or my left. My right, your left.
Yeah, my left eye.
Oh boy.
And I don't think I can see. But to the rookies, welcome to the RFHL. Welcome to 2.0's team. And I'm just going to leave you with one thing that you're going to hear every week, every Tuesday when you watch the podcast, every week when you get ready to leave. It's the number one phrase that will just burn into your brain. Is it Wednesday yet?